No nonsense gin drinking. All gin, no nonsense.
Hello gin lovers, welcome back. I am Bobby Freeman and today, my friends, we have a rather curiously named gin on the show for you. Whenever I lean on the desk, I'm aware that half my merch falls over, but I think I got away with it that time. Let me introduce you to it. It goes by the curious name of Hedgehog Gin. Now, when I first laid eyes upon this gin, I thought, oh, that sounds really cute. You know, a little gin named after probably the cutest of all the woodland animals, the little hedgehog. That's very sweet, right? Very, very nice. However, imagine my shock and surprise when I found out it was actually named after an adult film star, a porn star. I don't think we need to mix our words. A porn star, probably the most famous of all the porn stars, Ron Jeremy, because apparently his nickname was the Hedgehog. Now, I didn't look up as to why. I can't think immediately of any hilarious sort of comparisons with a hedgehog, so we'll just have to take their word for it. And apparently it is imbued with botanicals that kind of enhance your libido, if there's not more of a pleasant way of putting it. No, I think that's the best way of putting it. So needless to say, I am extremely excited to try this for you today, as is Narissa when I get back in the house. So let's crack on and find out what it's all about on the old website, shall we? But before we do, I must just thank another one of my wonderful viewers who has become a YouTube member. Good old Chris S clicked on the button below this video and he became an official supporter of the show. So Chris, as I said, you are an official supporter of the show. You are a gentleman and I salute you. Hedgehog Gin was launched in 2016 and is the creation of a Finnish spirits company, One-Eyed Spirits. And they were first known for producing Ron de Jeremy rum, named after America's iconic adult film star Ron Jeremy. Nicknamed the Hedgehog, as I said before, Ron Jeremy is also the inspiration behind their gin, which includes botanicals such as ginseng, Damiana and Gariana, I don't know, I presume they're two sisters, and bergamot. Now I do know what that is, that's a type of orange, that sounds good. And these are all described as love herbs. Hedgehog Gin is a blended gin and the constituent distillates are third-party distilled in the Netherlands in a 50-year-old copper pot still before being rested and combined. To be honest, when they start going on about copper pot stills and how old they are and what their names are, they kind of lose me really. I honestly couldn't care less what it was boiled up in. You could have boiled it up in someone's lavatory for all I care, as long as it tastes nice. So we're going to abandon that now and we're going to crack on, get the old top off and get in the mood. Not sure why I did this there, but that's obviously what I do when I get in the mood. Anyway, let's get this little bit of plastic off. As you know, this often foxes me and, oh, hang on a minute. No, it's coming off straight away. I think we're going to be all right. Most people will cut this out, but I like to leave it in. It's all part of the process and we're off. Hoya over there, as they say in Newcastle, and we are on, quite literally, my friends, for a cork test. Now, what sort of cork test would this be? Oh, I've got it, of course, obviously, the pornographic cork test.
The pornographic cork test.
And I can say with some degree of certainty that sentence has never been said before anywhere in the history of the world. Anyway, let's go for a squeak, shall we? So, oh, heaven above. Obviously, the squeak, which is a little bit like a moan, was absolutely pure harmonious. Let's give it another one. By far and away the greatest squeak we've ever had on this show. So let's go for the full pop. Here we go. Oh, hang on, what was that? It's a new one. Oh. Well, my friends, that is, without a shadow of a doubt, the best cork test we've ever had. Well, I've been doing the cork test since right near the beginning. I abandoned it for a while. People wanted it to come back because they liked it. I thought it was getting a bit boring, but I tell you what, that has breathed some new life into it. Best cork test ever on the show. But of course, it doesn't really matter. It's just a bit of fun. Whew, I'm all of a fluster after that cork test. So I do, now, fans of the show, it's probably a bit of a boring point, but I like to sort of labour on it. I do like this kind of splayed out top because it always makes for a nice clean pour and virtually no dribbles. Look at that, excellent. What is the ABV? 43%, so hovering around about the normal sort of area. Let's give it a sniff of the love herbs. So here we go. I'll try and control myself once I've sniffed it. Hold on. Quite sort of thick and sort of heady and sort of as if you could sort of cut it with a knife. Quite sort of, oh, bit kind of vanilla-y, a bit kind of, almost kind of cakey or biscuity, weirdly, because nothing in there seemed like cakey or biscuity to me, but not much of the orange, a tiny bit of the orange, but it's kind of a fusty, kind of thick orangey in there. And then something else which I could not even dream to tell you what it is. Very unique, a little bit weird, and I kind of like it. Anyway, let's not mess around smelling the devil. Oh no, don't put more gin in. Let's make a little gin und tonic, as they say in Germany. And I don't know why I don't know why I told you that. But I like to think I am informative as well as I'm not sure what else I am on this show. Amusing, informative as well as amusing. Not even that sometimes. Anyway, thank you, as I always say, to my patrons and my YouTube members for literally paying for the gin on this show. This is Hedgehog Gin, named after a porn star, not the woodland animal. I say to you all, cheers. Here we go. Ooh. Wow. Hello. Sorry about that, I got a bit carried away there. This is kind of again, much like with the aroma, a very, very unique and different flavour. Hang on a second, let me just confirmation slurp. Okay, it's kind of a sort of the orangey sort of bergamoty sort of element is definitely coming to the fore here. But it's kind of a bit of a burnt, slightly bitter orangey sort of taste. Well, the likes of which I've never tried before. It's kind of almost a little bit a mixture of floral and herbaceous, leaning a little bit more towards the herbaceous side, I would say. It feels like there's a whole packed jumble of unfamiliar flavours, sort of underpinned with this oranginess. But yeah, kind of, imagine that, kind of a bittery, but a nice bittery orange, kind of that sort of almost sort of burnt essence to it, with sort of a waft of floraliness in there, just for a bit of good measure. And to be honest, I wasn't sure if I liked it to start with on the first few sips. However, give it a couple and it's quite sort of, I've left very little space for my glass there. How ridiculous. Hang on a second, let me move that over there, arrange it. That's much better, I can breathe now, there we go. And I can express myself much more freely. I tell you what, it's got one of the most lovely aftertastes I think I've ever had. It kind of swirls and sort of refuses to go down. So as you swallowed it, you get a bit of oxygen in there. And it's kind of a bit of a warm, lukewarm, slightly bordering on hot spiciness. No, not hot, what am I talking about? It's warm, it's lukewarm, it's sort of a nice golden browny spiciness, just sort of swirling in the air as it goes down. It's kind of like, you know when you go in some of those, one of those shops where they sort of burn like incense in the air and stuff like those sort of nice, I don't know, those what do they call, those sticks that you set fire to and they make a nice sort of smoke in there. It reminds me a little bit, just a tiny bit, because that sounds disgusting when you say it like that, but just a tiny bit. Imagine like a 2% of that sort of sensation. A little bit like that, a little bit mysterious, a little bit alluring, and a little bit sexy. And I'm fairly certain that's the first time I've ever used the word sexy to describe any of my gins. But, you know, I speak as I find. So then, what is this going to be like neat? I'm a little bit concerned actually. Am I going to be overcome with libido, if you'll pardon the expression? Let's find out. Here we go. Oh God, I got a lot. I got a hell of a lot. That was more than I planned to put in. Okay. Wow. Oh, blimey. It's quite hot and it burns quite a lot. That could be something to do with the quantity I put in my mouth. But personally, I think neat gin drinkers would enjoy that, but a load of those sort of unfamiliar and strange and weird and wonderful flavours have kind of gone. They've kind of dissipated and sort of disappeared from me, like often happens when I drink neat gin. So I would say, once again, no surprise, this one is going to be much better as as a gin and tonic. So then my friends, let's have a look at the price of this one, shall we? So Hedgehog Gin, I got this one for, it's not a mainstream gin by any stretch of the imagination, so I want it to sit between 30 and 40 English pounds, and it goes bang in the middle. 35 English pounds, which works out at it's equivalent to €46.41. And to be honest, I'm happy to pay that for something that's a little bit, very unique, a nice little name, even though it was named after a porn star. I think that's extremely sensible and extremely fair price. So then guys, to sum up, wow, I've been doing this show for a long time, as you know, and I occasionally, a lot of the gins are sort of very similar, but sometimes, every now and then, you get something that's a little bit different, a little bit out of the ordinary. You can tell there's love and imagination going into it, and this is definitely one of them. I love the kind of the backstory. It's a bit weird, to be honest, to name it after a porn star, but at least they gave it a sort of a name which sounds like it's not named after a porn star. But seriously, the flavours they put in there are extremely unique, and actually quite tricky to pin down and kind of convey to you through the medium of speech. So I would suggest, if you ever see this one, I've never seen it in shops or in bars or anywhere. I just got recommended it by one of my subscribers and I ordered it online. But if you see this one, find it, search it out online, have a look at your liquor store or wherever you buy your alcohol from, and definitely give this one a go, because it is something a little bit quirky, a little bit ingenious, and a little bit special. And I say to my friends at the Hedgehog Distillery, or whatever it's called, I don't know, keep up the excellent and very good work. So then guys, that's me done for another day. If you found this video useful, attractive, alluring, or arousing in any way, then please, as always, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, press the little like button on the video so you get notified when, press the like button on the video to show you, press the like button on the video to show you for God's sake, press the like button on the video to show that you liked the video, and press the bell icon to get notified when all the new videos come out. I'm losing it, I really am. Come on Bobby, you can do it, not long to go now. And of course, if you want to support the show like good old Chris S did, head over to the old Patreon page, or indeed click that button below this video to become a YouTube member. And don't forget, you can also purchase some of my excellent quality, medium to low quality merchandise. But until next time guys, you all know the drill. Take care, stay safe. Thank you to all my patrons and YouTube members, and of course, keep drinking the gin.